A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Mayfield. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at it, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Mayfield on first down.
Got a man downfield. It's Hutton.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8.
To throw, Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Mike Evans from 21 yards away.
And the Buccaneers are on the board here first in the season opener.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Jordan Addison, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And running with power here. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taking it about the 16.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Meanwhile, Cousins, and the throw here caught by Addison.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and you give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Cousins on first down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. They go play action. Mayfield.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10. Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one where if you get your hands on it, you should expect to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage, but he just couldn't get it to stick to those big mitts.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Trey Palmer, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Off the play fake, Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Amazing how Jefferson makes first downs like that look routine, isn't it? He's off to the greatest start by a receiver in NFL history. Set records for most catches and yards in a player's first 3 seasons and led the league in both last year.
A first down throw for Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Joseph now to have the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mekhi Blackmon's got it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
On the call from the day 2, look at a lot of people thought he had first round ability. But when he was available to draft night, that was when he didn't need the full time to make the selection. You caught that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Following the interception, Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Greg Joseph for the Vikings field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime, Joe. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's caught and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis and Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action. Cousins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They start the drive with White. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rachaad White, 26 yards. And the Bucs have retaken a third quarter lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
To throw, Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
On the return is Osborne.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bucs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Flush to his right.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right.
And Mayfield will have a 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bucs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He starts with a give to Akers.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action now. Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Quick throw caught by Godwin.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
8 yards on the pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Mayfield. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Osborne to return it. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now 2nd and 5.
They'll throw again. Cousins.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They go right back to White here on 1st down.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to...
And this is caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Bucs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
35. Vikings 17. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception.
And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 13-yard line.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And Marcus Davenport, former Saint, in on the stop there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Bucs, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.